just finished watching the Gloves Are Off. I recorded it on Sky Sports and I came back home this evening and I put it on. I was also scrolling through social media and I saw a post from one of the boxing pages that suggested that a lot of the fans had considered it boring and there was a lot of complaints over social media about how boring it was. So I just wanted to comment a little bit about that before I spoke about the actual episode. I don't think it was boring at all. I think when you see two individuals trash talking each other, it's nonsensical. It doesn't take much intelligence to shout at someone or to swear at someone or to flip a table across the room or to pour water on someone or to spit on someone or slap someone or say all sorts of derogatory things. It doesn't take an intelligent person to do that. Any idiot can do something like that. But here we had two professional individuals. We had Anthony Joshua being professional, Klitschko as always being professional. And when you get two people like that who can sit down and have a conversation, you get to learn about the mind of two athletes that are competing at that top level. That's how I see it anyway. You've got Vladimir Klitschko, very experienced, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Anthony Joshua looking to follow in his footsteps. So it's interesting to see the perspective of a former champion and an up-and-coming champion, young lion versus old lion. It's interesting to see what's in their minds, how they prepare, how they view each other. And I think that kind of thing is interesting. I much prefer something like that than I do a slanging match. It's interesting to see how Anthony Joshua was looking at Klitschko and really listening intently to what he was saying, nodding his head in agreement. There was one point in the episode where Johnny Nelson said to Anthony Joshua, "What happens if you lose?" And Klitschko interrupted and said, after a few minutes, and said, "Don't even think about that." And Joshua said, "Yeah, I'm not even going to think about that." So he was giving him tips on how to answer the question. It was like a young man listening to what the older man is telling him, or the more experienced man is telling him. And it's funny how Klitschko was willing to even give him the answer to that question. It's like, let me help you out there. So you can see that Anthony Joshua was looking up to Klitschko. He even said, look, he's been there, done that. I studied him coming up. So there was a lot of respect between them. And I think that kind of thing is fascinating. I think it's really interesting. So I don't think it was a bore fest in any way, shape or form. I thought it was really interesting to see how much they respected each other and what was in their minds and how they were preparing going into the fight. And I thought it was one of the better Gloves Are Off I've seen of late. So that's my opinion anyway on it. Going back to the actual fight, I think I've said it on previous posts. I think Anthony Joshua is going to win this fight. I think, Klitschko says things like, "I'm obsessed. This is an obsession." But being obsessed with something doesn't necessarily win you fights. I can be obsessed about racing Usain Bolt. I could be obsessed about racing him, and I could practice every single day. I could read books on how to improve my sprinting and my style. I can watch him. I can study him. I can practice every day. But I'm 5'3", 5'4". I weigh less than 10 stone. I'm not aesthetically able to beat Usain Bolt. I'm not gifted enough to beat Usain Bolt. I can't physically do it. I don't have the physical attributes. I'm not good enough to beat Usain Bolt. It doesn't matter how hard I train or how obsessed I'm going to be about it. The fact is, I can't do it. So Anthony Joshua has the advantage because of the youth, the speed. When you're older, your timing goes, your speed goes, your ability to take a punch goes. So he can be obsessed all he wants. Father time catches up to you, and those reflexes you once had are no longer there for you. So it doesn't matter how obsessed he is. That won't make a difference come fight night, in my opinion. Yeah, he's got experience, but at 41, taking punches from a young, strong lion like Anthony Joshua, I don't think Klitschko's going to be able to take it. And I think that Anthony Joshua is going to knock him out. Because if you think about it, words, you can talk up yourself a lot. you can big yourself up a whole lot. But when you look at Vladimir Klitschko's past performances, you can see that they were dreadful, in my opinion. I've said on previous posts, when he fought Bryant Jennings, he was lucky to win that fight. He wasn't convincing in that fight. When he fought Tyson Fury, he didn't want to let his hands go. You've got to be prepared to take a punch in order to give a punch. And we didn't see that with Klitschko when he fought Tyson Fury or Jennings. So the question is, can you teach an old dog new tricks? So if Anthony Joshua lands one of his power shots, will Klitschko be able to take it? I personally don't think he can. But having said that, if he plays it safe, if Klitschko plays it safe, I think Anthony Joshua is going to just take the fight to him and he's going to stop him. If Klitschko is going to have any kind of chance in this fight, he's going to have to let his hands go. And if he lets his hands go and Joshua clips him with a couple of combinations with a power shot, I think he's liable to go. But can you teach an old dog new tricks? I think to beat someone like Anthony Joshua, you need to have movement. You need to be awkward. You need to use tricks, feints, good footwork, evasive footwork, head movement, speed. Can Vladimir Klitschko do that at 41? I don't think he can. Is he athletic enough to do that? I don't think he is. But anyway, that's what I thought. I thought it was very, very entertaining. My money is on Anthony Joshua to win by knockout. If it goes a distance, all good. But I still think Anthony Joshua wins it. We're also going to have Deontay Wilder over from the States commentating. He will want to fight the winner. And I would love to see AJ versus Deontay Wilder. And let me know what you think. If them two ever met, I think personally that Joshua beats him too. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on the episode. Let me know your pre-fight predictions. Please comment, like in the section below, and please subscribe. Thanks for listening.